If that's true, he could actually get in trouble for it. Look up ambergris, for example, the basis for old school perfumes before modern synthetics. It's literally just whale earwax or snot or something like that. And it comes in the form of a waxy-looking rock-like substance. It is illegal to possess it in the United States. Well, it doesn't matter if you got it 30 years ago. You're still possessing it now, aren't you? Although, I mean, come on. Ralph J. Zuckerberg has been hanging out with Dana White in the UFC crowd. That's why he's slowly turning the page with freedom of speech and expression. Well, Trump's big in with those people too, so yeah, maybe. Wasted Bonehead, I'll pay you $10 to get some Coca-Cola and dip a single pretzel in and eat it. Well, maybe next live stream. I don't have any pretzels, and mainly my dad drinks Pepsi, not Coca-Cola. What do fuck? By the way, please send no more super chats. I got one more story to get to, and then I've got to get moving into the garden briefly and do other things. What do fuck? Do you think tomatoes getting smaller over the growing season has to do with them depleting the nutrients from the soil? I don't know. BW, the fact that you have a legal right to not go into combat does not make it less morally despicable, especially for a guy that was supposed to be a leader. Yeah, I mean, there were people that would react with, like, disdain to that, basically. It's like, what the fuck? Sparky, I think they thought Tim Walz being from Minnesota would recover some Muslim votes since it was a significant Muslim population. They were wrong. Yeah, no, he's the court jester of the would-be Kamala administration. He would probably act basically like Joe Biden did when he was VP for Obama. Final news story, stranded Boeing Starliner astronauts will not return home until 2025, according to NASA. Yeah, they've they had a week-long flight test, and now it looks like 8 months is their stay in space. By the way, I hope that they get hazardous duty and overtime pay as a result of this. The seasoned pilots have been stuck at the International Space Station, you could do worse, it's like a little hotel, since the beginning of June. A cascade of vexing thruster failures and helium leaks in the new capsule marred their trip to the space station. Oh, okay. And they ended up in a holding pattern as engineers conducted tests and debated what to do about the flight back. After almost 3 months, the decision finally came down from... Hello, I'm live streaming at the moment. You'll have to wait a few minutes. From NASA's highest ranks on Saturday. Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams will come back in a SpaceX capsule. Yes, Elon Musk is rescuing the fucking astronauts. In February, their empty Starliner capsule will undock in early September and attempt to return on autopilot with a touchdown in the New Mexico desert. Well, if it was made by Boeing, I give at most a 50-50 chance that the autopilot is capable of returning the capsule. It'll probably just burn up on re-entry or smash into the sand or go off course and land in the ocean. Boeing has had a slurry of problems lately, many of which were self-inflicted due to lack of maintenance mainly. On planes, now you've got them in space. It's like, it's something that you bank on. If you're a warmonger, going into Boeing stock or Raytheon and stuff like that is usually a good idea. But I think that some of them are probably divesting themselves at this point. They're saying, well, I want to make a return. I like war. I like that you make war planes. But the warplanes keep randomly breaking up in transit and shit like that. I don't know if this is a sound investment. I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm not surprised at all that Boeing would once again be incidental to such a problem. I see barf whale, grass touch, tartar sauce. I don't know what's going on over in Rumble. Wasted Bonehead. No more super chats? Fine. Peace out. Clank. Knee. Grow. I'll get the reference. Dust thou art. How retarded do you have to be to scorn someone for not going to combat when you haven't gone yourself? What a dumbass. Let's not have a clanker inter-fighting war or anything like that. I see both sides of it. On the one hand, if you're not contractually obligated, you don't want to go into a war zone, there's nothing wrong with that. Cut it short. But when you lie about having been in that particular war, that becomes a problem. It's stolen valor. The problem is stolen valor. It's not the fact that he decided not to be redeployed. Boeing is the new Buick. I think Buick's probably doing better than Boeing at the moment. Sparky, it isn't so much that Tim Walz quit before deployment as he later claimed to have carried a rifle in combat when he was never in combat. Exactly. It's about stolen valor. I mean, I'm putting myself in his shoes. Would I have wanted to deploy? Probably not. Would I have done so on principle because I had my boys? Yeah, I probably would have if I was in a command position. I would have been willing to do that. Would I have wanted to, though? Would it be like the thing that I wanted to be doing, or would I want to have a bowl of ice cream? I wouldn't have wanted to deploy. A sense of duty would have compelled me, but I can totally understand his position. What I can't understand is why he pretends that he was in active combat. He lied. I mean, he's been lying repeatedly for an